players get lost in a millionaire's salary. And so what spark can light the fire underneath these Chicago Bulls as they begin the final quest for a third straight championship? Only a vague and almost spiritual memory of the Boston Celtics of the 60s, the last team able to climb such a monumental mountain.
This is the opportunity to make history. That's my thinking going into the playoffs is, hey, let's make this thing happen for the third time.
I think when we find ourselves struggling a little bit, our focus point has been thinking about what we can accomplish and the fact that it hasn't been done in the modern era of NBA basketball.
John Paxson would have been 7 when the Celtics won their 8th straight NBA championship, so modern to him is relative. His Bulls have been very inconsistent this season, losing one less game at home than they did the entire last 2 seasons combined. Thus, they go into these playoffs underdogs.
Yeah, we're underdogs now. New York is favored because of their success against us, but it's not a bad position to be in. It takes some of the pressure off.
You know, we stuck together. We've hung in there. A lot of injuries that we didn't have early the last 2 years has played an important part in, you know, some of the loss that we had this year. But we battled back and hung in there, and that's a mark of a championship team.
And that is hardly a fact lost on the 2 men who tried unsuccessfully to coach their teams to a 3rd straight championship in the 80s. But then they didn't have Michael Jordan.
I think Chicago has an extraordinary team. I think they're going through exactly what a lot of teams would go through if they had won back-to-back titles, and they're still going to win close to 60 games or 59 games. And as long as they have Michael Jordan healthy, they have to be the team to beat.
Jordan has tremendous ability to rise above. They're a great defensive club, which I think is paramount to winning in this day and age. Last 10 years, it's been basically defensive teams. So they're very capable.
If the Bulls successfully defend their championship again, it will likely be because Michael Jordan once again elevated his game in the playoffs, leaving grand memories like his 63-point explosion against the Celtics in the 1986 playoffs, NBA record still, and last year's 35-point first half against the Trailblazers in the opening game of the finals, evidence that it is about to become his time of year again.
If I had my druthers, I'd rather skip the 82-game season and go straight to the money part, or to the fun part, which is the playoffs.
But for all of the talk of fatigue and inconsistency and injuries, there are still some who concede the Bulls remain the team to beat.
From watching them and playing against them this year, I don't think it's going to be that hard for them. I think they still have a good team, you know, a great team, and I think sometime in the playoff, I think they'll click it together.
When you get locked up into a series with a team that's won 2 world championships, they're not going to roll over. They're not going to roll over. They're going to dig down with everything that they got. And it's going to be tough to beat that team 4 times. So there's no question about who's the team to beat. Chicago is the team to beat.
Oh, Detroit.